Island Boy came in spilling tea. Jayda still beating everybody's ass. Security is tackling the boys like they are auditioning to be on the show. Corey coming back from the hospital looking like somebody's mama, doing cartwheels, acting like he can't fight anyone. CheckTheStar finally stood up for himself. It was forced, but whatever, I'll take it. And we got another overly self-produced episode with no comedic relief, just fluff and fights. Let's talk about it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you are watching this. Hey y'all, hey. So as you already read the title down below, I'm about to get into Bad Boys Dominican Republic episode 2. So make sure y'all like the video, ding, comment your early thoughts on the episode, and subscribe. And join the queendom. But let's get into the things. So in the first episode, we left off with Noel and Jayda fighting, and Noel is getting flung and swung all around the room from one camera light to the next. And at this point, it's just embarrassing to watch. It's just embarrassing because he's just too big to be getting handled like that. But at the same time, Jayda is just unfuckwittable. He is. At the end of the day, what Jayda did by going in that room while Noel was crying about, his pawpaw's blood clot was distasteful and heartless, and it wasn't needed. And I do feel like Jayda wanted a moment because he literally had to go down to the damn dungeon, walk through production background setup, and God knows what else to get, to the phone booth. So at this point, I know he did it just to fuck with Noel and and have a moment. And baby, he don't feel no type of way about it. This man really said, "Grandpa at home with a blood clot, and you around here bloody." Lord Jesus. But at this point, it is already given that Jayda is, heartless. So us as a viewership have to just take that for what it is. Like, we should not be expecting no type of emotions from Jayda. It's not happening. And as entertaining as it is, I think it's going to be what makes Jayda lose out on the chance of winning the money this season. Because yes, he's entertaining and he can fight, but at the end of the day, people still want to see that you have a heart or actually, show a sensible side. And that's just not Jayda. It's not. In the moment he admitted that his grandparents passed away and his grandma told him not to attend her funeral, and she clocked out 2 weeks later and he didn't show up, I just knew there was a dark hole in his heart. And it's all due to whatever he's been going through while he was growing up. That along with the way he fight just shows he got some type of trauma that can't be contained. And whoever he got beef with will feel it. And right now, it's Noel. But man, I just can't get over how bad Jayda is beating Noel from inside the house to outside the house. It's crazy. But also, too, Noel really be popping his shit and be on a 10. And I need him to, bring it down to a 2 because his hands not matching his mouth. And that's low-key a problem with me because, sir, you are getting ragged, tagged, and dragged. Like, enough. Enough is enough. And I like Noel, but still, let's bring it down a few notches. Just a few. But moving on, it's time for them to have a house meeting. So all the boys coming down, and Jayda still riled up about his fight with Noel, and then spots Shawty and told him that he wants to fight Shawty because he woke up to his eye being messed up. And at this point, I'm confused because he said Shawty apologized to him and they were cool afterwards. But now a little scratch got you ready to fight again? Jayda, please spare us. Spare us. My problem with Jayda is he just don't know how to chill out. I get he is good with beating any every bitch, but he don't have to. And you damn sure ain't got to fight the boys that's apologizing to you. That's when the entertainment just becomes straight up bullying because you over here going hard on these boys and you mad at a little scratch. Like, let's be for real. And I was happy that Shawty didn't shy away from it and, ran up on Jayda, which was a smart move. It was a smart move. But baby, Jayda got some type of Superman strength and quick reflexes because he dropped Shawty over the couch before Shawty could even touch him. Crazy. Man, they're gonna have to find some type of kryptonite for Jayda because that motherfucker is not going down at all. I am never for jumping, honestly and truly. I'm really not. But some people you have to jump, and Jayda is one of those people on the list. It's like his ass is the Hulk or something, just unbeatable. So after that, John calls out Sace, asking if he wants to fight him again. But Sace had already told him that he will fight him, but after his eye heals. Now I'm going to tell y'all now, I like Sace. I'm a little biased. I like Sace. I feel like the people who have had problems with Sace so far are trying to play in his face and make it seem like, he can't stand on his own and he needs people to fight his battles. But we have yet to see that. Sace has ran every fade, and I don't feel like he has gotten beaten up. He has gotten beat up. Yes, John messed up his eye after kicking him when security was holding him down. But when they were fighting heads up, I don't feel like he got dogged, especially with Sean, John being way bigger than him. But anyways, while they're arguing, John was trying to make it seem like Sace was saying that he got somebody for him, but Sace never said that. He told him that I got something for your ass. I got something for you, but he never said I have someone for you. So I don't know why John is trying to, push this narrative that Sace doesn't stand on his own when we have seen it. We've seen it. So after that, Landon was like, he feel like he needs to be the house leader. And to be honest, we don't need no damn house leaders. I don't even know why Natalie was trying to, make that a thing. I get it. They've done it in the past, but they've never done it on Bad Boys. So why is we doing this whole house leader thing? I don't get it. These are grown-ass people, grown-ass men. They are not about to listen to each other, and they ain't going to listen to nobody, especially them, Jayda. But then again, we did see some of them, move when others said move. But nah, that whole house leader mess, like, let's just dead it. But moving on, the house meeting is happening, and Landon is basically like everyone was fighting and dapping each other up afterwards. And it was giving sad boys, not bad boys. And that's not true. If I can fight someone, win, lose, or draw, and move on, I think that's fine, because it ain't no point to keep fighting and having all this energy just in one day. Like, fight from morning, afternoon to night, fight. And that's just one day when we know we may fight again other days. So I don't think it was giving sad boys, but comment y'all thoughts and let me know how y'all feel, because I feel like I'm being way nicer and lenient about the cast than a lot of other people on social media. So I don't know, drop y'all comments. But anyways, while Landon is talking about sad boys this, sad boys that, Jayda brings up how Noel said that he wants to fight everyone that voted him out the house. And before I get into that, I'm just confused on why a vote is even going on. Why? I was irritated when Natalie brought it up during the first night, and what she said, I think Cozy and John or Shotty and John. She said somebody. So I was irritated then. And now y'all are bringing it up again. So now I'm irritated again. And it's only day 2. Why are we talking about voting people out? And so far, everyone has stood on business other than CheckTheStar. So why would anyone get voted out? Because at this point, votes are based on if you like a person and not about if they're good, and not if, they're good for the house or good for the show. So no, I don't like it, and we don't need it, especially on damn day 2. Come on, nah. So in the last episode, Jayda did tell Noel that everyone in the house didn't want him in the house. And I thought Jayda was lying and thought, he said that just to mess with Noel. But come to find out, Landon did have everyone in the house vote on who they wanted out the house before they started filming. And Noel did have the most votes, child. But I am confused. Like, what is everyone beef with Noel? Other than the fact that he can't fight. Noel don't bother nobody. He talking shit like everybody else. Granted, he needs to stop. But I mean, it's TV, so I don't expect him to. But what is the beef with Noel? I don't get it. So Shotty told Noel that he voted him out. And Noel was like, I'm cool off fighting you. Like, I ain't worrying about you, Shotty. Now, I would say Noel fake for that because when he was fighting Jayda, he did say he wanted to go outside where the other boys was and check their temperature and see who needed to fight based on who wanted to send him home. So it was giving loser when he said he didn't want to fight Shawty. But then again, Noel got bigger fish to fry, so it would have been pointless fighting Shawty. So I get why he opted out of, that whole situation. And I think Noel wants to be cool with Shawty too. So that's probably why he was like, nah, we good. Hell, to be honest, both of them need to damn team up and jump Jayda ass together. Granted, I do think Jayda can take both of them, but they need to tag team and beat Jayda ass, because baby, Jayda is not playing with them at all. But anyways, Landon said he voted for Noel too. So the both of them started fighting, and Landon was getting Noel for sure. And I don't know what it is with these boys with kicking, but they love to throw their feet. Throw them hands. We ain't trying to see no kicking, baby. Throw them bangers, okay? Yeah. But yeah, Landon was getting the best of Noel. Granted, it wasn't a straight up drag like Jayda do him in, but Noel ain't, he ain't really doing nothing. So I had to, give it to Landon. Then Pootie was like, I put your name down too. Like, I put a check next to your name too. Do you want to fight me? And at this point, Noel is on 10 and his adrenaline is running. So he like, yeah. So him and Pootie start fighting, and baby, I have to give it to Noel. Those hits was definitely landing on Pootie's ass. They was landing, but Noel just looked like a little girl twirling all around the room and around security. Like, he just don't know how to stand his ground and just like go head up, boop, boop, boop. He flinging and flopping and just throwing his big ass body, child. It was just, it was not giving. It was not giving. And I am done. I don't need to see Noel fight anymore. I'm literally getting secondhand embarrassment watching him at this point. And it's the fact that he be selling out. And that's what kills me about Noel. So in his confessionals, he said fighting Pootie and Landon is like fighting Karate Kids. And he probably can say that about Pootie. But Landon, nah. Landon was on his ass. So I don't even know why he played like that. And he brought up how, if you fight one, you have to fight the other, which is true. But also, Noel, you are the one who said you want to fight everyone who wrote your name down. So you can't make it seem like they was trying to tag team you, because that wasn't the case. At least in that wasn't the case for this situation. I do think Landon and Pootie was looking for a moment, but also too, Noel, you brought that energy on yourself. You did that. So after that, Landon was like, CheckTheStar was second up with the most votes. And Link said he was one of the votes, bringing up how CheckTheStar didn't defend himself. And it's like, boo. Boo. Link, at this point, you are dragging it. I feel like Link should have been saying Corey should go home, since, they have a genuine beef. But this mess he is trying to start up with CheckTheStar is getting old already. And like I said, it's only day 2. Only episode 2, only day 2. And I'm tired. I just feel like Link and CheckTheStar can really take over the show as a duo with their personality, because they both are funny in their own way. And it seems like, they can be cool together. So we already know that CheckTheStar can't fight and don't want to fight, but instead Link is using him for moments, but it's the wrong moments. They should be clowning people and, and talking about situations in a fun, funny way. I think that would be more entertaining to me than seeing Link trying to fight CheckTheStar. I don't need everyone on the cast being fighters. We have enough of that. Hell, Jayda is fighting everyone already. So we got enough of that. I want to see more personality and funny moments. I want to laugh. I don't want to keep saying, ooh, ah, ooh, 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 every episode. Can I laugh? Can a girl kick hit? Yeah. Anyways, I say all that to say, I think Link is lame for dragging it with CheckTheStar, but whatever. It's cool, because eventually they boost him up enough to fight Link. CheckTheStar enough to, fight Link, even though he didn't want to because it was pointless. But fine, CheckTheStar said he ain't ducking no wreck. So he got up, he got in there. He stood in the paint. So boom, they start fighting, and CheckTheStar either dropped Link in the first round or Link slipped. I couldn't tell, but for entertainment purposes, we're going to say CheckTheStar dropped Link. So in their confessionals, CheckTheStar was like, damn, Did I do that? Like, I did that. That was so funny to me because even he was confused about Link falling. Like, damn, I really just did that. I can't fight. I don't want to fight. And y'all just dropped you first round. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Link, I think Link slipped and he just on stuff. But like I said, entertainment purposes, we gonna say that he not Link down. So then in Link's confessional, Link was like, commendable, commendable, commendable. Saying what CheckTheStar did was commendable. But this is what I was talking about when it comes to, you know, these funny personality driven confessionals. That's what I want to see between Link and CheckTheStar. I don't want to see them fighting, but child, after Link got dropped, he wanted to keep fighting rounds and rounds with CheckTheStar, and it was so corny. Enough was enough. So after that, the boys asked Noel who he thinks should go home. And he said CheckTheStar should go home. And then Jayda started snapping about, I'm snapping at Noel. And Noel was again explaining himself to Jayda. And it's like, Noel, tell him to shut up and stop talking to you. The fuck? You don't have to explain anything to him. Like, what is going on? Who is Jayda to give an explanation to? Huh? Now, I do want to say I hate how they are being biased towards Noel. Yes, you don't like him, and I'm fine with that, but don't try to make it seem like Noel ain't holding his own. I don't know how they're mad. He said CheckTheStar should go, when honestly, if we put up a board of everyone on the cast, CheckTheStar should go home because he didn't defend himself. He literally had to get bullied into fighting Link, whereas Noel stood in the paint every time. So how the hell CheckTheStar good, but not Noel? Y'all are being biased and y'all don't like Noel and want him to go home. So just say that. But don't make it seem like Noel isn't a good cast member for the show and he's not doing anything, because he may be getting his ass beat every second, but that's been half the damn show so far. So if we're being honest, y'all need Noel right now. Like, I know everybody making it seem like Jayda is the star, but Jayda, you're the star because you're beating up and you're bullying Noel. So you need Noel if anybody. So after Noel got cursed out for his vote, John brought up how he said he was the only person that voted for Zeus, but he called him Sid, which is funny, per usual, because Zeus really do look like Sid from Ice Age. He is a handsome boy, but he got that look, like he got that Sid from Ice Age look. But anyways, and what was Sid? I forgot what kind of mammal he was. But anyways, these two got to fighting again. And Stace stood in that shit. Like, Stace really stood in it, head up and ready to go at it. And then John bum rushed him like a damn football player, child. So, no hits, no nothing, just boom, boom. And that's what I be saying. John do not be beating Stace like he think he does. He just use his weight against him. But Stace really get in there. So, y'all better stop playing on that boy. Y'all gotta stop playing with Zeus for real. Hell, after all that, when security separated them, John got up like, all right, you got me. So yeah, exactly. Stop playing with Zeus. Stop playing with that boy, for real. So after that, Landon called Ant out saying, you know, they want him to do more. And to be honest, no, he don't. No, he do not. Ant is there to give us looks. It is there for us to look at and look good and look like 90s fine R&B. He is handsome, and I'm okay with just staring at Ant in the confessionals. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with seeing what the hell he is wearing for the day. I don't need them to force him to fight. For what? I don't like this self-producing. I don't need y'all to tell people what to do. Let people do what they want to do. But Ant be following people, so I hope he don't listen. And Ant just chilling. He cool. He vibing. And it's like, no, you don't need to do it. Trust me, baby. Do what you're doing. I promise you. We still gonna like you. I promise you, because they doing enough for all y'all. Okay? But like I said, they just need to let things play out and stop trying to self-produce and do too much. Like, y'all already giving us all this energy. Why we need more energy? And y'all giving us all these energies and y'all still having dead space parts of the episode. So don't focus on Ant, focus on y'all. But y'all bring something to the damn table. So after that, we see a conversation with Landon and Pootie, which I don't care to talk about because they weren't talking about nothing other than Corey and Cozy being gone and Jayda having beef with Island Boy who hasn't come yet. Then some of them go out by the pool and the rest of them is in the living room talking about what went on today. So the boys in the living room is Link, John, Paris, and Cozy, who been gone the whole damn episode. And he basically said he went to the hospital but didn't get checked out because in the DR, they don't speak English. So he ain't know what the hell was going on and what they were going to do to him. So he left. And I'm glad he brought light to that because yes, Zeus have people there to help them with minor bumps and bruises. But when you down bad and have to go to the hospital, you realize some hospitals out the country ain't the same. So it's best you tread lightly. So after that, Corey ass come in while they were talking with his non-dressing ass, looking like somebody mama with a whole cast on his arm. And I was confused because I thought it was just his finger. I thought his finger was just not just broken. I his whole arm, child. And what was funny to me is when Link seen him, he got mad because, you know, they still have beef. So he wants to fight Corey. But Link said he is not fighting no dude in no skirt. And you know what? I feel you, Link. Because what the hell? What is going on? Like, for real. At this point, we all confused. When it comes to Corey, we all confused. We are all confused. And I think Corey wants us to be confused at this point, okay? But child, immediately Corey in his mouth in that bitch word, I told you that's going to be a problem for these dudes. Corey keep calling them a bitch. It got Link fired up. So Link was ready to pop off. But he just, he just let it go. And, he kind of spared Corey since, he got on his skirt and he hurt. So then outside, it's the rest of the guys, and Shotty is talking with them, and I'm just getting secondhand embarrassment for him because it's clear as day they are not really feeling him or whatever he got going on or whatever he's talking about. But Shotty clearly felt tension, so he was like, "Well, do anyone got a problem with me?" Granted, we all know it was directed towards Jayda, but I guess he opened the gates for any and everybody in the space. So y'all got a problem with what? So of course Jayda was like, you already know what it is. And what it is and what it was. Yes, we were cool after our first fight. But once I woke up and something was wrong with my eye, I had to deal with the cause of the irritation, and that irritation was Shotty. So now the fights are going to be endless with Shotty and Jayda. So Shotty was like, bro, once I squash beef, that's it. It's done. And basically told Jayda he isn't a genuine person and doing all this stuff for a moment. But now at this point, this is Jada's personality. And I don't think Jayda is doing anything for a moment. I think this is genuinely who Jayda is, and we don't like it. And he's not a genuine person, but that's his personality. That's just who he is. He likes, he lives to fight. And if the smallest thing irritates him, he's going to fight about it, especially once he adds you to his don't like list. So like I said, I don't think he's doing it for a moment, but I do think Jada's just overdoing it. Period. So after Shotty says his piece, he ran up on Jayda while Jayda was sitting down in a pool. And that motherfucker Jayda moved so quick and so smooth. He needs to, not he, but we, as a community, as a people, we just need to call Jayda Flash at this point. His name is Flash, not Jayda. Cause he is always quick and always on it, baby. He just good. He good. That much. All his life he had to fight. All his life, you would never catch him slipping. But also, this is the second time Shotty has tried to sneak attack Jayda and failed. So that's crazy. So now these two are fighting in a damn pool, and Jayda slams Shotty. And this is just wild, bro. Like, this is wild as hell. And I want everyone to leave Jayda alone at this point. That's how I felt after the pool fight with Shotty. Baby, just stop. Everybody just give it up. Okay? But then Island Boy came into the house, and then I was like, finally, I think Jayda, he found his match. We got a good match with Jayda. So when Island Boy came to the house, some of the boys was, greeting him, hugging him, and clapping him up and stuff. And boom, he started exposing all the tea on Jayda from what he was saying about all the boys in the house. But to be honest, it didn't hit hard because everything he said isn't nothing that Jayda wouldn't say in their face. So, that mark was missed. But also not really, because that also means Jayda has no loyalty to no one. And that's a scary person to be around. Like, don't be in my face, Kikiing, and then wake up the next day and want to pop off on me. So honestly, everyone needs to keep their head on the swivel around Jayda, even Landon and Pootie. So that's my opinion. That's my thoughts. So after that, Island Boy got right to it and ran down on Jayda, but damn, before he could even, get to him, security tackled him to the damn floor. But then they went round for round, head up, and it was giving time to me, honestly. Island Boy was throwing them hits, but they wasn't really landing on Jayda, and a few of Jayda hits did land, but then Island Boy got one good hit and dropped Jayda to the floor and had him sliding. Now, Jayda could have, slipped because he was dodging Island Boy hit, but for entertaining purposes, we're going to say Island Boy dropped him and he slid. But, baby, that demon, it came out of Jayda and they went in for another round, and Island Boy tried to do the whole kicking thing I was just complaining about earlier, and that's where he messed up, because Jayda got a hold of his leg and went twisting it and got some licks off while Island Boy was on the floor. Now, I can't lie, this fight was entertaining as hell because we finally got someone that's an equal, fighter with Jayda. Like, Jayda isn't tagging the hell out of Island Boy like he does everyone else. So, it kind of works out. It works out. So after all of that, Island Boy is hurt because Jayda twisted his leg, so he is limping a little bit, and he walked outside. But child, it went down, and I can't wait to see more of them, okay? Also, I do think there is a lot of truth to what Island Boy was saying, but I told y'all that earlier. Like, I believe what Island Boy was saying. It just doesn't matter because Jayda gonna stand in anything. Like, whatever Jayda gonna say behind your back, I'm pretty sure he'll say it in your face, but it's still kind of fake, because if you cool with some of the boys, why you talking about them? Like, that's weird. You're weird, Jayda. Like, let's call a spade a spade. But anyways, I do think there is a lot of truth to what Island Boy was saying about Jayda, because Paris is both his friend and Jayda's friend. And when Island Boy was talking to Paris about Jayda, he was giving a look like, yeah, you're right about him. But also, he didn't want to give off too much because I could tell he still wants that friendship with Jayda. So I don't know. But if you know what Jayda was saying and Jayda was doing, then you know Jayda ain't loyal. So he won't be loyal to you. And also, too, he straight up told you to get out his face because he gonna hit you because he's just that mad about Island Boy. And I don't know if you my friend, if you feel like you finna hit me because you're mad. Like, baby, control that. Control it. Okay? Yeah. But child, this is a mess, and there is so much more to come, and I'm locked in. I don't care what y'all say online. This is a good season. I don't know what people are nitpicking about, but this is good. Like, what more do y'all want? I don't know. I don't get it. But also, I am ready for them to start beating Corey ass again, because he around here doing cartwheels with a broken finger, but yet screaming he can't fight yet. Nah, Playboy. Nah, we don't want to hear that. Not no more. You have lost all your leverage after you did all that hooting and hollering, splitting and jumping around. So next episode, I need them on Corey ass. I need them on his ass. But anyways, that's it for my recap of episode 2. Y'all already know what to do. Like this video and show your girl some love. Comment your thoughts and let's discuss your thoughts on Bad Boys Dominican Republic. And last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the Queen, baby. Bye.